To our Wednesday night live Q&A. I'm Tracy Matson, certified professional dog trainer and behavior consultant, and I am here for the next hour or however long we need to be here to answer all of your training questions. Let me make sure the chat is on. Okay. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome, and please give me just in the chat, write your name and either state or country so that I can enter you into the drawing. We will be drawing for free bag of training treats. You get to decide, pick which flavor. So if you haven't tried a flavor yet, you can try a flavor, or you can get your favorite. Like, we like salmon. I use salmon the most, just because of the training that I do, and I need like really high value treats, and the dogs, most like 99.5% of the dogs love the salmon. So that's what I get the most of. So yeah, hopefully some people will pop on and have some good questions. Hi, Karen. We had some new people last week, which was awesome, and we had some really good questions last week. So hello, Facebook user. If you can give me your name and where you're from, I will enter you into the drawing, because it just comes up. All I see is Facebook user. It's weird because sometimes I see Karen's name, but then there's another one that just says Facebook user, so I don't know who that is. Anyway, so Karen, what's the weather like in Massachusetts right now? Here it's really hot. Yesterday and today were better because we had a little bit of rain, but then it makes it muggy. Oh, Julie. Hey, Anita. Florida. Oh, that must be what it is. So it depends on which platform you're on, I guess, because some of you, your names pop up. So Karen and Anita, which platform are you? Are you on the regular Pupford platform, or are you on the Zach, the 30-day one? I know there's also a YouTube channel, and I think that one just comes up Facebook user. I don't know exactly who. I can't tell who those people are. Okay, yep. So I think if you're Facebook, your name comes up. So Julie, I have you down. New York. Okay. So I'm gonna do something a little bit. You're on Devon Stag. What does that mean? I know Devon's the one that set this up. Maybe that's what it is. It could be like, hey, Kirsten. I know Devon's the one that set this whole setup. He's the one that set it up. Okay, Karen. Yeah, don't wreck. Let me get Kirsten down. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. Don't kill me. But, oh, yeah. So Julie, Devon was one of the founders of Pupford. And, yeah, he's the one that set this up. Hello, Brian and Renee. Illinois. Okay. Let me make sure I got everybody so far. Okay, so since you guys have been my faithful followers, oh dear, Ellie brought a dead bird into my house. Wonderful. Oh, hang on. Somebody's trying to Venmo my phone number. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't want them to pay the wrong person, so I had to hurry and answer them. She killed 3 baby birds so far. Okay, that's not good. I mean, dogs will do what they do. Kim from California. Just give me 1 second. So there's my business is called Three Little Pits, and so sometimes when people go to Venmo me, they accidentally do. There's also another group called Three Little Pitties, and so those guys get Venmoed a lot, and then I have to say, oh, that's the wrong one, and then they have to do the right one. So I just wanted to hurry and text him so that he didn't Venmo the wrong person. And okay, so what I want to do, if people have questions, I'm going to totally ask questions. But I had a case today. Actually, I've been working with these guys for a while. They have a rescue, and also if you get the right answer, I'm going to put your name down again. Put another slip with your name in it, so you'll have extra chances to win. The first person that gets it right. So I'm going to give you like a case scenario, and I'm going to ask you, so what do you think the person was doing wrong? And then if the first person to get it right gets an extra. We're just doing this for fun, but it'll make you think a little bit. Okay, so I have a client who has a rescue. This dog is super timid, fearful. Okay, Julie, I will come back to that. So this dog is really fearful, has bitten the husband and the daughter with just while they're trying to groom the dog. And the dog is attacking their 5-month-old puppy on a somewhat regular basis. It's really hard for the owners to see the trigger. So anyway, I had given him homework, and today when I went, so one of their homework assignments was to do so their puppy is in my puppy class. And last week we did sound desensitization, where we started with the sound soft, sound equals treats, and then when the sound stops, the treats stop, and then we turn it up. So we gradually get louder until, plus I have my phone hooked to a speaker so that we can go pretty loud. And then, so everything that she's doing with the puppy, she's coming home and doing with this other rescue dog that's super skittish. So when I got there yesterday we had a thunderstorms, and the rescue dog literally shut down, like was terrified, was shaking. And so, why do you think that the dog was able to maybe handle the exercise but wasn't able to handle the full blown thunderstorm? Hopefully that made sense. Um, and then, kind of along the same lines, we're doing, hey, Smitha, let me write you down. Um, Along the same lines, they're doing muzzle training just because a few people in the household have been bit. Um, oh, Mickey's birthday tomorrow. Yay. Cool. Are you going to have a party? Let me put Travis down. Smitha, where's Apez? I don't even know where that is. You'll have to remind me where that's from. No lightning, just thunder. Um, Hi, Bianca. Let's see. Oh, North Carolina. Oh, Apex, North Carolina. Okay. That's where I got mixed up. Travis, I had a birthday party for my very first pit bull. It was so fun. We had party hats. I have something in my eye. We had party hats. I had 8 dogs. 6 of them were pit bulls, and not so much as a growl. We played games. We had doggy ice cream. It was a lot of fun. So I totally love doggy birthday parties. I won't go to human birthday parties, but I will go to dog birthday parties because it's super fun. Oh, okay, Bianca from Canada. Okay, Anita, you're on the right. Oh, Julie and Anita, you're kind of along the right track. Yeah, so Julie, that is actually one of them. So I'm going to give you another one. There's something specific about the difference when you're doing like a setup, like a setup training exercise with sounds versus um, the actual storm. Um, Kirsten, that's actually a really good answer. I'm going to give you another one for that because that could definitely be it as well. There's one specific thing that I'm looking for, but so far you guys are right. I'm giving you all credit for that one. Let's see, Julie. Oh, Julie, I gave you. I just want to make sure that I got everybody so far. Yes. So Anita, that's yeah. So the difference is when we did the setup in class, we started really soft and then we gradually got louder, 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 louder. And in the training exercise, we haven't gotten as loud as the actual thunder. So when they had the thunderstorm yesterday, yes, it was shaking the house. So I gave you credit for that. But we hadn't actually practiced with it that loud. So to the dog, it was like super loud, nothing that they had trained before, and it was different. It was different and much louder. So I was telling her that's why, with the training, we start really soft and then really gradually increase. So that's why we call it gradual desensitization. So we gradually get louder to where the dog can then handle it. And we, to some extent, we can't recreate the actual thunder because we can't mimic like the house shaking or things like that. So, but you can get them to at least, we do this with fireworks, and the same thing. You can't get um, the actual firework, but you can get like close with the sound. Um, okay, so Brian, hi Brian. Okay, so let me answer a few questions, and then I'll give you the second. Um, I'll give you the second scenario, and see how you do on that one. Okay, let me go back. So, Julie, there's really not a way to prevent a dog from going after a bird if that's kind of like, what they want to do. Um, so either you could relocate the nest so that your dogs can't get to them, or just keep them inside and only let them out when you can go out and supervise. If they're outside like unsupervised, there's really not a lot you can do about keeping them from practicing that behavior. Also, every time they do that and bring, like, they're getting some kind of reinforcement for that. So it's going to be hard. I mean, you could actually condition your dog to a muzzle. I don't think muzzles are a bad thing at all. And then I like the basket muzzles, so your dog can still, pant, drink water, but wouldn't be able to actually get a bird in its mouth. So, if you want them to go outside and you can't supervise, I would do something like a muzzle. Um, and beyond that, I can't really think of any way to prevent it. Environmental management is going to be the best, which is again supervising them, like teaching them a leave it, or um, just putting a muzzle on them or going out with them. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure. Yep, I gave Kirsten one for that. Okay. Travis, I have not heard of mosquito spray. Um, but yeah, if lemon juice works, I've never even Googled that. Does lemon juice work on mosquitoes? I've I know that citronella, like they have citronella candles for mosquitoes here. Um, so you could actually get some citronella. And the reason I know that that's safe for dogs is because they have the citronella bark collars, which I'm not a proponent of, so don't use that. But I know that citronella is safe for dogs. So you could do something like citronella, or um, yeah, lemon juice, because you definitely. And then I would make sure too, Travis, that your dog has like the monthly heartworm pills. Oh, that reminds me, it's the first of the month. I got to give my dogs their heartworm. Um, so make sure that your dog is on a monthly heartworm preventative, because that can be transmitted by mosquitoes. And then yes, I would do something like a citronella or lemon juice. You could probably Google, like at Chewy.com. I would Google like mosquito spray for dogs and see if there's a product out there, because I assume there is. But yeah, that's a good question. I had these shirts, dog shirts that I used to put on my dogs that just protected them from the sun, because I had 3 dogs with cancer. And so they were specifically to like prevent or to guard their skin against cancer. But something like that, they were really light, like really lightweight, so the dogs didn't get too hot. So you could try something like that. I don't think a mosquito could bite through it, but it didn't cover their whole legs. It just covered mainly their body. So you'd still have to do some kind of spray on their legs and their face. So yeah, I'm gonna just make myself a note and look into that and see if there is anything out there. We don't have a ton of mosquito. Well, I mean, we do have mosquitoes here, but we have more like up in the mountains, and we do go camp. So, yeah, we would need something like that as well. Okay, Smitha, how to calm a dog who is so excited and will not calm down and start mouthing on you. Um, oh, I have that problem right now because I have a puppy that is board and training with me right now, and he gets so excited and he starts to put his mouth on. So what I do is I redirect. So I'll do something like, oh, and I'll just like put my hands up and say, oh, we don't do that. And then I'll ask him to do something like sit. Okay, here's a toy. This is what you can mouth. And when dogs get excited, a lot of times they'll mouth for attention because they want attention and they want you to pay attention to them. And so they feel like if I mouth you, you'll give me that attention. So I try to like, it depends on how hard the dog is mouthing too. So if it's not really hard, I'll just kind of try to ignore, and then I will redirect to a toy. If it's hard and it hurts, like this one here has like shark teeth, then I'll say, hey, that hurts, and then redirect them. So always redirect. Hi, Tina. Let me write you down. I will always redirect first, and then if the dog doesn't want the toy and wants to go back, okay, so she gets mouthy enough to hurt. So then I would do like, hey, and then so interrupt and then redirect. Strike one is a toy. So like, here's a toy. This is what you can chew on. And I've actually had to do this with the puppy that's staying with me. So first I redirect, and then if the puppy doesn't want the toy and goes back to mouthing me, then strike two is the dog goes in a crate with a toy, so it's not a punishment, goes in the crate with a toy and gets a 1 minute like decompression because they're really excited, so we want to give them a chance to decompress. Then you let the dog out, and if you get mouth number 3, then it's back in the crate with a toy, cover the crate, and the dog gets a nap. Because they're probably just like too overstimulated, super excited, and so they need a chance to chill. So that's how I handle it. So last night I had a rehearsal. I'm playing with a band this weekend, and we were rehearsing last night, and the puppy was like chewing on everything, my shoes, our music stand, like all this stuff. And I was like trying to concentrate, but trying to move the dog away. And so I finally just picked him up, put him in a crate with a toy, and I left him in there until we were done. If the crate's not accessible, then I would put him in another room. So the crate's going to be better because it's a smaller area where he can like lay down and chill out. If you put him in another room, he could scratch. Like he could scratch on the door. He could maybe go potty in that room. So that's why I like to do the crate. But it's totally up to you. If the crate's not accessible, then I would maybe just do another room. A lot of people put their dog in the bathroom. The problem with that is that If the dog gets bored and is super excited, sometimes they go for the toilet paper roll. And then you have like toilet paper everywhere. I've come home to that before. I didn't lock a dog in the bathroom, but the dogs just decided to toilet paper the living room. And I came home to like toilet paper all over the living room. They had a blast while I was gone. So did that answer your question? So strike 1, redirect. Strike 2, 1 minute timeout. Strike 3, nap. Okay, here's your scenario number 2. Same dog, and they were working on muzzle training. And the dog at one point like freaked out and was trying to paw the muzzle off, get the muzzle off, and she was trying to give spray cheese, and the dog wouldn't take spray cheese. So tell me, A, why wouldn't the dog take spray cheese? And B, what should she have done at that point? Extra points for this. Extra points in the drawing. I want to see how well I've taught you guys. This kind of all goes along with low stress handling and cooperative care, which we are doing with this dog. This poor dog has been traumatized, is a rescue. The rescue didn't give these guys like the full story on the dog, and so now they have this dog that is a hot mess. But they're really dedicated and they're willing to try. So okay, so while you guys are thinking about that, let me answer some more. Oh, Linda. Hi, Linda. Linda, if you can tell me where you're from, I will enter you into the drawing. Any suggestions to teach a 1-year-old dog to play? He doesn't like fetch. I try puzzles for him, but would like a way to play on days we can't walk. Yes, there's actually a lot of things that you can do for non-walk days. And not all dogs love to play fetch. Like my dogs will chase a ball, but as soon as the ball stops rolling, they're done. Like they won't retrieve. Willie will actually pick the ball up or chase it around, but he won't bring it back. He won't give it up for you to throw again. My other two love to chase it, and then they're like, oh, it stopped rolling. We're done. So not all dogs like to play fetch, but one thing that I have found that works really well is a flirt pole. And it's really enriching because it gives dogs a chance to be a dog. So they get to chase, they get to grab, they get to shake. You can play tug with them, and then you teach them a drop it. And they're running around in circles chasing after this toy. And so I did this with a puppy once, and we did it for 5 minutes, and then the dog went and took a nap. Like we didn't even finish our training session. The puppy was like worn out. So I love flirt poles for that reason, because it's exercise on days that you can't, and it's really good enrichment because it lets dogs do things that they would normally do anyway. So going back, Julie, was it you that asked me about your dog with the birds? I'd have to scroll back. But that might be a good thing for you to do as well, is a flirt pole, because then the dogs get that energy out, so they get to practice that behavior where they chase something, grab it, things like that. And so then they may be less likely to go after birds because they're able to practice that behavior with the flirt pole. Does that make sense? So we can use flirt poles for a lot of things. So yeah, I would try that. You could also do, I like enrichment boxes that, like I save my Pupford boxes, my Amazon boxes, and I'll smear like peanut butter, baby food, pumpkin on the bottom, throw in some kibble and treats. If it's for Maddie, I throw in vegetables because she loves them. And then I just kind of close the box up and let the dog shred them. I have 3 dogs that will shred them, and it's really engaging for them and fun for them. It will make them tired in that they're using their brain. They have to figure out how to get the stuff out inside, and it's enriching. If you want like more physical exercise, then I would do the flirt pull. But yeah, I think for play, your best bet is going to be to do a flirt pull. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, another one you can do is, do I have one here? Like these kind of treat dispensing, maybe not specifically this one, but they have one that's just like, pretend like the yellow part's not there. They have treat dispensing toys where the dog rolls them around. I mean, Willie will do this all day in the yard. He will roll his little ball, and sometimes it doesn't even have treats in it. He just likes to roll it around and chase it. But if it has their food in it, they're going to roll this around and get the food out, but they're running after the ball and they're rolling it. So they're actually getting physical exercise, but they're getting problem solving as well because they're trying to figure out how to get the food out. So that would be another really good one. I know you can get those treat dispensing toys at Amazon, and I just type in treat dispensing toy, and a bunch will come up. But I like the actual round balls that then the dog has to like roll around and chase. Great question. Let's see, Peyton. Okay, Peyton started licking her paws a lot. Yes, I was going to say it could be allergies. The vet prescribed Betagen topical spray. She thinks it's allergies. Okay, so licking. So the dog that in the scenarios that I gave you today, chronic licker. And it could be 2 things. So first, yes, it could be allergies, and the dog is going in tomorrow for an allergy shot. The other reason that dogs lick is stress, because licking is self-soothing for dogs. So if you're trying to get your dog, I mean, if it's allergies, then hopefully the spray will help. But if it's like stress or anxiety, use a lick mat. So then the dog would probably much rather lick peanut butter off of a lick mat than their own paws. If they lick their paws a lot, they can actually get hot spots and sores. So having them use a lick mat, in fact, that's what we kind of started doing that with this dog today. One of the dog's issues I walked in and they just like through all these issues like sound, muzzle. They want to give the dog a bath and the dog's terrified of a bath. So we actually spent most of the hour up in their bathroom in their shower trying to get the dog to go in, come out, go in, come out. So we were putting like peanut butter on the shower wall, spray cheese, and letting the dog lick. And so like going in and licking, turning around and coming out. But if you're doing something like, giving a bath or trimming nails, or if your dog is just nervous or stressed about something, then I would do a lick mat, because that way they're getting that self-soothing, but they're not doing it on their paws. So those are the only 2 reasons that I know about: allergies and then stress. It is a stress response. Okay, Julie, when it's time to let Dakota out of her crate, she is literally shaking. She did this to when stopped her from going after Ellie. Yeah. So are you talking about like Dakota is shaking with excitement to get out of her crate? I'm not quite sure I understand what the question is. And plus, I've kind of jumped around a little bit. Okay, Linda, let me put you down. Wisconsin. Okay. Anita, too focused on the muzzle to be distracted. Cheese not high enough value for this dog. That could be part of it. Kirsten, she was too focused on the muzzle to care about the spray cheese. Yes. And what could she have done different? So, and I know I'm not asking the question right. So, what caused the dog to suddenly shut down and stop caring about the spray cheese and just frantically wanting to get the muzzle off? So, what did the owner do wrong and how could she have corrected it? Maybe that's a better way to ask it. So, for you that just joined, I'm throwing little scenarios out to give people extra points. And I'm giving extra points for like answering because all your answers are right. But if you get like what I'm looking for, I will give you extra. Okay, so let's give Kirsten another one. Anita, Julie. Okay, so it's working with a dog today, and the last week I gave him the homework of desensitizing their dog to a muzzle, or conditioning their dog to a muzzle. And we do it like really slowly. We use lots of peanut butter. Um, and they got to the point where the dog was just like frantically trying to paw it off, and she was trying to give spray cheese and the dog wouldn't take it because the dog was really focused on trying to get it off. So yes, you guys are right. Linda, a flirt pole. Yes. So a flirt pole looks like a fishing pole with a toy on the end. They actually sell them at Pupford, or you can get them on Amazon. I don't have one here. I have one in my car. But they look like a fishing pole with a toy on the end. And what I do is as I lower it, I ask the dog to wait until I get it lowered, and then I'll say go, and then I run around in just a circle. I don't like to go back and forth like this because that can hurt the dog's joints. Good way to tear a knee or an ACL. So I go in a circle. So the dog is running around in a circle the same way. And then when we do it again, I go the other way to kind of unwind. But the dog gets to chase the toy. I always let him grab it and get it. And then they shake. We play tug. It's super fun. And then I teach a drop it. And then I take the toy back. I ask him to sit and wait again. I slowly lower it. And then we go the other way. So it's really fun. You could probably make one, but yeah, Pupford has them at a really good price, and you can get them on Amazon. Okay, let's block these guys. Okay, Julie, I do try to get her to calm down first, and when I let her out, she gets excited again. Well, once you let her out, if she's overly excited, because I go through this every day with Jade when I come home, and she'll be jumping and wants attention, and I'll ask her to sit. And then as soon as she's sitting, then I pet her, say hi to her, give her attention. But up until then, like I'm trying my best to ignore her, which it's hard because she's so excited to see me. She wants attention, but she's jumping up and down like a little pogo stick. So I have to like try to get her to just sit, or I'll put her in a down, and then when she's down, then I pet her, I say hi to her, I love on her, things like that. But she has to have 4 on the floor. But I don't have the problem of her mouthing and biting. She doesn't do that. She just jumps. Okay, sorry about these. like, I don't know who this, add to block list. Okay, I just blocked them. Julie, you're almost right. Yes, I'm going to give you a point for that. So yes, she didn't. The reason she didn't introduce it correctly, she did, but what she needed to do is, if the dog started to paw, then she needed to take it off and back up. So remember, anytime you're doing anything, you always want to give the dog agency and choice and control. So if the dog doesn't like it, that means we're going too fast. So so I told her, like, go back to whichever step you were on to where the dog could handle it and wasn't fighting it, and start there, and then slowly progress from there. So yeah, she went kind of like, if there's 10 steps, she got to step 5 and then jumped to 10. And there's like 6 through 9 that you can still do, like, just put the strap over the head, take it off, buckle it without tightening it, unbuckle, take it off. So you can even split it even more. Linda, yes. Okay. Linda, you get 2 extra points. Muzzle needs to be introduced slowly. Yes. And while doing something fun. Yes. And really what she did is, she did it right, but she just went too fast. And Renee, I'm going to give you a point for that, because yes, that is correct as well. But Linda got what I was looking for. Introducing it more like slowly. So back off, do it really slow, and then gradually proceed. And then yes, and since there's a mom and a daughter, like, mom could be doing the muzzle, while daughter is doing the spray cheese through the muzzle, or peanut butter on a wooden spoon. But yeah, you want to go really slowly and not skip steps. So once I told her, like, the other steps, she goes, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. So they basically just went too fast. So good job, guys. You're learning well. Kirsten, yes, use a higher value treat, or don't leave the muzzle on very long. Work up to a longer time. Yes. Okay, you get extra points for that. Where did I write your name? Oh, you're up here. Yeah, good job, guys. See, if you can start thinking about stuff like this, you can actually fix your own dogs. But I'm glad that you come, because I love doing these. But yes. And as a trainer, like, I do this every day. And so, when I talk to clients, sometimes they don't look at it the same way that I do, because I've been trained and I do it day in and day out. So talking to her about gradually doing the sound, the volume increase for the sound, instead of just picking up the dog, which we can't because this dog is ginormous, and forcing the dog to have a bath. So the last time they tried to give the dog a bath and groom him, he bit the daughter. He's like super nervous about being handled. So we are going through low stress handling, cooperative care, letting the dog say, nope, stop, I don't like this. And so instead of forcing the dog into the bathtub, we decided to use a walk-in shower, and we use treats, peanut butter, spray cheese to get the dog to go in, turn around, come out, go in, turn around, come out. And then this goes along with the same thing. They asked, well, then once we get him to go in, then should we fill it with water, like just a few feet? And my answer was, before you even get the dog wet, with the dog outside of the shower and lots of treats, I would turn the water on, treat, 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 turn it off, stop treating. Turn the water on, treat, 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 turn the water off, stop treating. So we're desensitizing the dog to like going in the shower and out. Then separately, we're getting the dog used to the water, like the sound of the water. And then I would like cover the drain, and then just fill it up a couple of inches and let the dog just step in the water. And then in the meantime, we're actually going to try and give him a bath out in the yard, where it's really open and they can use a hose and a pool, but do the same thing. Like, don't just start spraying the dog with the hose, because this dog's probably going to freak out. So do it really slowly, lots of treats. I told him to maybe use a long line so the dog can back away if he wants to, but since they don't have a fenced yard, we don't want him to bolt. So I'm proud of you guys. You guys got that. That's so good. Yes, a bucket bath in the yard. I'll give you another point for that. Yes. We're actually going to go one step further. I mean, this dog's hair is so long, you can't see his eyes. You cannot see his eyes. His hair goes clear down to like almost his nose. So their vet has offered to sedate him and shave him so that he's like not scared. So he's not even going to be awake while he's getting shaved. So I said, just to get him more comfortable, because it's hot here. So let's just, knock him out humanely with, medicine. Shave him so he's comfortable, and then we'll have more time to like work through giving him baths, getting him brushed. Right now he's matted, and so to brush him, anytime you start to pull, we've gotten to where we can like slowly brush him, but as soon as it tugs on his fur, he'll try to bite. So I said, let's shave him, and then we can slowly start to do this and get him used to it. Then we're not under such a time crunch of like, oh my gosh, we've got to get this dog groomed. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Maybe the vet. So I told them they could try the backyard, try that first. But I already know this dog's not gonna like being brushed. So I think they should go to the vet and have the vet just shave him, and then get the dog used to a yard bath, and then and I have a kiddie pool in my backyard, and during the summer, that's how my dogs get baths. And mine love the water, so they love to get in the pool and cool off. So they'll gladly get in, um, and then I can just bathe them in there. So it works out really well. So she can do that, and then we can start working on the other stuff. Um, I wish I had a flirt pole in here. I need to bring the stuff from my car. But yes, it looks just like a cat toy, only it's stronger. So, oh, I have a cat toy here though. Hold on. So this is a cat toy, but this is what a flirt pole looks like. Only this is much bigger and stronger and sturdier. This is like rope, and then there's either another rope toy on the end or a squeaky toy. Willy Wonka unfortunately got a hold of the cat toy and killed the bird on the end. So I've got to get a new one. But so it's like this, only much bigger. And then I tell the dog wait while I lower the toy. If they don't wait, it goes back up. And if they do wait, it goes all the way to the ground. And then I turn around in a circle as this is being drugged. So the dog gets to chase it, grab it, shake it. I play tug with them, and then we do a drop it. So yeah, this is exactly what it's like, only stronger. So yeah, check those out, and you can put. I I call them flirt poles, but I know they're also called tail teasers. So, which either one, but I think on Amazon and Pupford they're called flirt poles. They're a godsend in the winter when it's snowing or blizzarding, or even in the summer if it's too hot to take your dog out. Like I have all my ceiling fans going. I don't have AC. I kind of live in the mountains, so we really don't need it, but it's still kind of hot. So I have all the ceiling fans going right now. Okay, do we have any other questions? I'm going to go back and make sure I didn't skip anybody, and if there's no questions, I will do a drawing. Hi, Willie. Oh, it's a good thing I just put the cat toy away because Willie would have totally been obsessed. I'm not sure how he got a hold of the cat toy because it's up in a box on top of a crate and he can't jump. So I'm not sure how he got it, but he had it one day, so I know it was him that got it. Okay. So Travis, what are you going to do for Mickey's birthday tomorrow? Now, I just buy doggy ice cream and give it to all the dogs. And since I don't know my dog's birthdays, I just use their adoption day as their birthday. Some of my dogs, I have known their actual birthday, but the ones now I don't. Okay, and Renee. Oh, Sandy. I need to write Sandy down. From Indiana. Somebody on Facebook today, I was just announcing the live, and they said, "Oh, how do I join?" But I can't remember what that person's name was, so I hope it was one of you that just joined for the first time. Oh, Kirsten. Cool. You're a trainer. Just getting started. Hey, everybody has to start somewhere. I started with because I adopted a dog that I had to work with a trainer with, and I worked with her for 2 years and loved doing it. So I just kind of made it that my profession. And right now I have a kid shadowing me that wants to be a trainer. So he's just starting out as well. So yeah, that's awesome. You can always email me. Oh, Linda, that was you. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad you jumped on. I hope you'll come back. So yeah, it's such a fun profession, and sometimes like today it can be exhausting, especially when you have a dog that just has so many issues. And I finally had to say, okay, we need to pick like which one is the most concerning to you that we can do first, because this is going to take, we can't hit all of these in 1 hour. But it's like so rewarding and so fulfilling that you will love it. And I started out teaching puppy classes. I just did puppy classes, and then I did basic obedience, and then I jumped to reactive dog classes only because I had a lot of people ask me about them. So I thought, well, I better learn how to do it. So I did. So yeah, But what I was going to say is feel free to email me if you have any questions. Or if you want to know, Marissa from Minnesota, if you want to know the best books to read or something like that, I can point you in the right direction. Kirsten, yes. So I worked for a rescue for probably 5 years total. I started out volunteering. That's how I started out as well. I started volunteering at the local shelter, or rescue, and just walked dogs, did basic obedience. And yeah, there are a lot of people that if they had somebody to work with, they might keep their dogs. There are some people that just don't want to deal with the behavior issues, so they're going to give their dog up anyway. But yeah, when I worked in rescue, we offered that. So if somebody adopted a dog that then had behavior issues, we would provide like 3 free training sessions for them just to see if we can keep the dog in the home. And then if they needed more, we would give them a reduced rate or something. But we would always work with people to keep the dog in the home. So, yeah, you'll get a lot of experience working at shelters, and if you decide to, get certified through CCPDT, or IAABC, your shelter hours, you can apply that. You have to have like 300 training hours. It's been a long time since I've done it, so I can't remember exactly how many hours, but I think it's 300. And 75, at least through for your CPDT, 300 of those, 300 total. 75 of those can be experienced as a vet tech, working at a shelter, rescue, or something. So just keep track of your hours. If you're going to test with any of those organizations, keep track of your hours. That's how I got Oliver. Yep. Well, Willy Wonka, he's a foster fail. Oh, by the way, those of you that know Willy Wonka, he got officially adopted on Sunday by me. So he's a foster fail. But yeah, he's one of the 3 little pits now. So he's a keeper. He's actually the easiest dog I have right now. Okay, so let's do a drawing, and then if we have any last minute questions, I'm happy to stay on and answer them. If not, I'll let you guys go, and I still have 4 training plans to write, so I will be working for a while. Okay, let me get my little bowl, mix these up. Okay, I put extras in for you guys that did so well with my scenarios. And tonight's winner, Linda Carpenter. Linda, you picked the perfect night to join. Okay, so Linda, what you do is, I need to put my screen up. Okay, so you're going to email hello@pupford.com right there, and let them know what kind of training treats you want, and give them your address, and then you guys are welcome. Have a great week, rest of your week and weekend. So email them and let them know what kind of treats you want. So you can choose from chicken, beef liver, rabbit, sweet potato, salmon. And they will send you a free bag out. If there's one you haven't tried yet, you can try your try a new kind. Okay, well, thanks you guys, and I will see you next week. I'm sure it will probably be on a Wednesday, or maybe a Thursday. I have to see. You know what? I was just thinking that, Kirsten. I usually try to do it as like something that I've seen during the week. So I think we should I think we should do that weekly as well. It's fun. And then if you get it right, I'll put extra names in for you. Oh, so you guys are trying the new blueberry. I got to try that when I went down to film some stuff with them. There was two new things they had. They had blueberry. They had one other thing that we tried as well. So, yeah, they've got some really new, neat stuff coming out. So, okay, you guys have a good evening. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.